Well, hey everybody, and welcome to an early morning edition of Travel with the Stars.
Good morning.
I'm here with two magical mamas. You've met them before. We've got Jess and Emily with us today. Hey, girls.
Hey.
Hey. So,
Hey. Happy Valentine's Day.
that's right. Happy
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
Oh, it's a beautiful day, and maybe you celebrated Galentine's yesterday. The Stars posted a little bit about our Star sisters.
We had such a good time.
Oh my gosh, we have such a good time, and we will all be together
so happy.
next week, and I'm so excited. It's going to be
Excited.
Yeah. So stay tuned next week about Run Disney, all the content. We have some special stuff going on next weekend, so you'll want to make sure you're following all of the Star agents for.
It's going to be entertaining. It will definitely, definitely be entertaining.
Yeah. More to come on that one, but
stay tuned.
Today we are going to be talking about a subject that honestly I am not well versed in. Which is why I have two magical mamas on with me. Oh wait, over here is all reversed. And we are talking about toddlers in the park. I have asked these two ladies because guess what? They have toddlers.
We have so many kids. So many children.
Oh yeah.
And so if you follow their social media, you can often see them in the parks with their toddlers. So they are going to give you some of their expert advice on dealing with toddlers in the park, what to do with toddlers in the park, what to do when toddlers melt down in the park, and all the special things. Okay, so I think I'm going to know the answer to this first one. What is your favorite park to take your, and you guys all have little ladies, so to take your little ladies to?
You want to go? You want to say it on 3? Because you and I are both the same on this, and it's not probably what people think. Right?
Really?
Not what people think.
No. 1, 2, 3. Epcot.
Really?
You know why?
Why?
Because there's so much space.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's not constantly stimulating. It's a great second day park. Like it's a great, you land, you do Magic Kingdom, you do all that. But then second day, when those kids are like, we need some elbow room, and we have Kid Cot to keep us busy, and we have I know all of Lala's favorite rides, but you can space it out a little bit more, so it's not so one thing after another after another after another.
Okay.
Epcot is great for that.
I'm loving this because that's my favorite part.
There's so much stroller time can be had in Epcot.
Yeah.
When I can put her little butt in a stroller, it's a good day. And
just stroll. Oh, I'm fine. Mom, I'm good. I have this set up on a colored pencil, so that was my first problem. Okay, we're good. Late night Valentine coloring. We're good.
Oh my God. When I take my 2.5-year-old to Epcot, which is at least once a week, I know the 3 things we have to do. And then the rest of the time, honestly, I just take a very brisk walk around the world. And it's my exercise for the week. That's my cardio. Oh, I can just put her in the stroller and I just go. There's no need to join a gym, nothing. But I know that when we get there, we have to do Nemo ride.
Okay.
Have to. And at the end of Nemo ride, they have sticker books where you can take all of the different characters from Nemo and you put them all in the book. So that's my strategy. I go to Nemo ride first, then she gets her sticker book. Then she's happy as a clam to sit in her stroller and play with the stickers.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what, this is gonna make David Dollar very happy to hear. But when you get in those parks and you have a child in a stroller, give them a map.
Give them a map. Amen.
Give them a map.
Give them a map. Also,
really?
if there's a festival going on, give them a festival passport. Give them things to look at. Give them things to hold in their stroller. Give them things to keep themselves occupied. I also go to the dollar section of Target at least once a week, and I get the little coloring books and the like magic coloring books that you can only color on those pages with that marker.
Yeah.
And I keep 2 to 3 of them in my diaper bag just to pull out in case of a meltdown. You always want to have options to give them just to keep them focused and occupied.
Yep.
But I know after I give her the sticker book, then I have to make my way to Mexico because my children are raised correctly and they know you have to start in Mexico.
Yep.
And then we have to go on the Donald ride. And that pavilion is my favorite pavilion, not only for adult reasons because there is La Cava tequila bar, but that's when you go without your children.
Right.
Or with another adult, whatever, but not when you go solo.
I got you.
Thank you. But that pavilion is completely air conditioned. So it's a great opportunity to take a break from the sun, go in, and there's air conditioning, and there's shopping, a restaurant, and there's a Donald Duck ride. And it's a boat ride, kind of like Small World. And my child loses her mind. We go in and she immediately yells, "Donald, where are you?"
Oh my
She
God.
knows that Donald is missing and you have to find Donald. So we're teaching her to say "Donde estás, Donaldo?" because it's in Spanish.
Right.
So we're trying our 2.5-year-old how to say that because we just think it's hilarious.
Amazing.
But yeah, she loves the Donald ride, and so did my 7-year-old when I used to take her before she had to go to school. And then we just continue walking around the world. My kids haven't gotten into Kids Caught. I don't know how I've kept them from that all these years, but somehow like Lucy just now noticed it the other day. She was like, "Mommy, what's that?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like
I don't know.
You see nothing. Keep moving.
yeah, I was like, "You don't see anything," because I just know it'll become a thing. But yeah, and then now recently, because of Emily, my children are now very into Figment. And so now we have to stop by Figment on the way out. She goes, "Figment, Mommy, Figment." And so we have to ride Figment now, and that's the last thing we
I
do.
approve.
Yeah.
And another positive about Epcot, and this may sound silly, but like the parking lot is so accessible.
So
It's
accessible.
a smaller parking lot. Epcot is so easy to get in and out of when you are in the park with a small child, with multiple small children. It just makes it easier to go to.
Yeah.
Because
If you are driving. If you are driving.
Yeah. If you're driving.
Epcot parking lot is going to be the one that you're like, "Oh, thank God."
Yes.
Because I had 2 under 2 at one point, and I did take them to Disney and
God bless.
on my own. And that having a double stroller, getting in, and the thing of it is if you have a stroller also, you have to fold it up if you get on a tram.
Yeah,
That's true.
Well, especially for those of us who had a double stroller and single strollers to double strollers. I've had all the strollers side by sides, one in front, one in back. But you have to fold it up and when you get on the tram, but you don't have to get on a tram if you're at the Epcot parking lot. Like it's short. And I'm going to say in general, Pivot, if you have a toddler and you are considering going to Disney and you are like stroller heavy involved in your life, stay on the monorail loop.
That's right.
Just stay on the monorail loop.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's like, you know what, this is not in our price range, this is not in our budget, I'm telling you it is, find a way, because the difference of experience that you will have with a small child, having that accessibility, because when you have little ones, you're going to go to Magic Kingdom and there is so much to do that you're going to want to go multiple times. And you can pop back over to your hotel, take a mental break, let him take a nap, whatever you need to do, and then head back. And that's going to reduce the meltdowns also in a large way.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to fold your stroller when you get on the monorail. You don't have to do that. You just, it is, and I'm telling you, if you don't book a monorail resort and you're in Magic Kingdom and you pass by all the ones, and you see all the parents that are getting off with their strollers, and they're just like, do.
They
Let's
just
go
look
see it. Let's do a character meal. They're like, just, can I walk up and they'll just take my money here? Like, well, they just take it. Like, just take my money, because you don't know how tired you're going to be until you're on property and you're Disney tired. Disney tired's the next level. Disney
It
tired
is.
with one toddler is exhausting. 2 toddlers is beyond.
Yeah,
3 children. I used to go with 3 children. Now I have 5
Mhm.
children. So I have 5 daughters, 13, 10, what do you got? Almost 8, and 2 6-year-olds.
Mhm.
So you think, I don't need that convenience. You pay for every convenience you possibly think you might even need, because
Absolutely.
you're never going to regret it.
Yeah.
And it's just going to elevate your experience so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we all know, like Jess, I know, once your kid starts melting down, you're going to melt down.
Ooh, yeah.
And you're just going to, I'm not happy when I'm hot. So I just do my kids a favor, and I just don't go when it's hot. I just do that for them. But honestly, you have to know your children and know, but I'm telling you, as a parent, take every convenience you possibly can.
So
Snacks, all the snacks.
Okay. So we can bring snacks into the park. I think this is what some people do not realize.
Correct.
So what are the parameters around bringing snackage into the park?
So you just can't bring like a Yeti cooler. I mean, like it has to, your snacks need to fit in your purse, your diaper bag, your lounge fly, and anything like that. I bring my toddler's whole lunch. I do not buy my toddler food at Disney. First of all, she will not eat it. She is on a dino nugget diet. She will not eat anything else. So I'm not going to waste my money buying her Disney chicken nuggets, because she won't eat them. I will, but she will. So I bring Layla's whole lunch with me to Disney. And I also bring myself a granola bar, a water bottle, some fruit. I bring her Hawaiian rolls, Cheez-Its, Goldfish, Doritos, like anything my kid will eat, I will bring it into the park. So, you just can't, be super obvious about it. I mean, it's not rules, but bringing in a cooler, that's against the rules. You can't, but
and no glass containers.
Yeah, no glass containers.
No.
But yeah, you are absolutely permitted to bring your own food into the parks. So that's also, I mean, if you're a mom, happy children are fed children.
And I'm going to tell you my tip of how I used to do it when I was doing it by myself. Mads and Paige were 3 and 4. 3 and 4 by myself in the summer, because I did go a couple times in the summer with them, because I just can't stay away that long. It was when I was not living here.
Oh, yeah.
But here's my tip. Every time you get off of a ride, give them a little handful of Mickey Goldfish.
Yep.
Make them drink a sip of water.
Yeah.
And then, so here's what you do. So you can bring an aluminum water bottle. You can bring your water bottle. And you're going to start off with really cold water. And you're going to bring, if you're into it, you're going to bring little Crystal Light packets, or little packets of Pedialyte that have electrolytes in them. You're going to bring those. Then you're going to have them drink all the water first. Then you're going to go to quick service, counter service, get the free water. You're going to use the water, pour it in. You're going to mix up whatever drink you have. This is my favorite tip. Take the ice, put it in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and put your cool towels in it.
Oh.
And then every time you get off a ride and need to refill, you squeeze those towels out, put them around. It's like a little spa for your children. And
that's a good tip, Em.
And you do it. And then here's my other tip. Before you get in any line, do not even ask your children if they need to go to the bathroom. You just take them.
Take them.
You just take them before you get any. Because there's nothing worse than being 35 minutes deep into Peter Pan and somebody going, I got a potty. And it's a single mom. I didn't have anybody else with me. So that was it. It's like, well,
that's a
how bad you got to go.
Oh
But
my
even
gosh.
if you're with somebody, it's no fun to like walk their entire line of
Right.
smelly, disgruntled people who aren't doing it right with their toddlers.
Right.
And excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. My wife's up here. Excuse me. My wife's up here. Sorry, sorry. We're not cutting live. Excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh,
Like
no.
nobody wants to do that. Just take your kid to the bathroom. And they're
Right.
all themed and amazing and fun. So it's not
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. Just take them to the bathroom. You just won't regret it.
This
Yeah.
is like, these are all tips that you guys are throwing out that so first of all, shocked by your favorite park with kids. And I love it. And this, I think everybody needs to watch this because do you know how many times planning for trips I hear, well, I just don't feel like Epcot's very good for kids. Like, I don't feel like there's enough to do for kids. And I'm like, but I like every mother I know would disagree with you. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, and the Beauty and the Beast sing along. Like that was such a, I mean, I missed the France movie, obviously, but like the
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast sing along at Epcot, brilliant for children. Brilliant.
There's so many opportunities for sitting
In air
and
conditioning.
decompressing, in air conditioning and decompressing.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
is, I mean, that is key. And then of course, you mentioned Kid Cot, which I know somebody else is in the agency, their kid like was obsessed with Kid Cot. Now I can't think of whose it was. Maybe it's yours, Emily. Maybe it's just yours.
It's probably mine.
It's probably yours.
It's probably mine. Yeah.
So definitely things not to miss. And then in Magic Kingdom, of course, there are so many attractions, but I totally get that is a very stimulating park. Now,
Yeah.
I just took Layla to Magic Kingdom. We only go maybe like once every 2 months
okay.
because it's a lot. It just is. I love Magic Kingdom, for sure. But
Yeah.
it's a lot with children. And I'm a local. My husband works. I take my youngest by myself when my oldest is in school. It's a lot to take a tiny human to Magic Kingdom by yourself. It just is.
Yeah.
I will not take her without purchasing Genie Plus for the day.
No.
Ooh, okay.
If I am in Magic Kingdom for the day, I have Genie Plus. As a local, I don't purchase Genie Plus very often because I just don't feel the need to. I recommend it for clients, obviously, because that's how you're going to get the most out of your experience. But as a local, I can come back tomorrow.
Right. A little different.
But for Magic Kingdom, if I am taking Layla Rose by myself, I have Genie Plus.
It's a must.
It's a must. We did Dumbo, Little Mermaid, Small World. I feel like we did something else. I don't know. We did like 3, like back to back, and I stacked them. I have a strategy where I just, whatever the next time is, that's what I grab. Like I don't book 2 hours in advance. I don't have to wait. I just stack them. I think teacups were available. I don't do teacups because I get really motion sickness, but like
a lot of people,
available. Magic Carpet was available. Like basically all of the toddler friendly rides were available that day. And I went on a Thursday or a Friday. So like one of the days that are typically busier during like cheerleading competitions. So it was very, very busy. I was so grateful that I bought Genie Plus that day. Because I have a joke that my toddler is bigger than I am because I'm a really small person and I just physically cannot hold her for 35. Oh, we did the carousel. That was the other thing we did. But I physically cannot hold her in line by myself. She's 2.5. So she's squirmy. She doesn't understand patience. Like she's learning these things. But as a mom in the park by myself, I need to be able to walk onto a ride because that's going to reduce the meltdown. That's going to reduce me standing in line, holding her the next day. I can't move my arm. Like it's a whole thing. So I definitely recommend Genie Plus, especially for Magic Kingdom if you're taking toddlers. You're going to get so much more out of it. And obviously Magic Kingdom does have the most toddler friendly ride options. Sure. They just do.
Yeah.
And you're not just paying for your children to go, you're paying for yourself and your own experience also. So if you're just having to constantly attend to an overstimulated toddler, you're not going to enjoy your experience and you're going to walk away going, why the heck did we do this? Which so many people do.
Yeah.
So many people really just don't know how to enjoy it. And I'm telling you, the other thing for me is like, yes, do Genie Plus if you are in Magic Kingdom. Do not even think that like you shouldn't do it. Don't even weigh it out. This is another convenience. You just need to do it.
The need.
because you have to keep them moving.
Mhm.
You know, you have to keep them going from one thing to the next thing in a transition. And so, you know, that can happen. Yeah, but then when you do need to take a break, there are places I like behind Enchanted Tales with Belle. There's a whole little like
Mhm.
foresty area.
Yes,
Really
Yeah.
calm,
that's
and
where.
there's hardly anybody ever back there, and it's shaded,
Yeah.
and you can just go back there. Yeah. So Ella, my oldest, used to take a nap every time we were at Magic Kingdom at 2:30. That child, until just recently, said, "I've never seen this parade. There's a parade in the afternoon." Like,
He was always
because he would always. I was
Oh,
like, "Oh, it never occurred to me you never saw the afternoon parade." But
that's so fun.
yeah, and just slow it down.
Mhm.
Just slow it down, because you're never, you know, Jess and I live here. You come all the time. I still have not done every single thing in Disney World.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get, I think people think they're going to get the value out of their ticket and their investment by trying to get everything done and see as much as possible. That's not how you're going to get the value out. That's not how you're going to leave and go home and be like, wow, that was a great vacation.
right.
Slow it down, do a character meal, enjoy your day, do your top 3-4 things.
Yeah.
If something else goes on, but slow it down, because kids are just as excited about the murals on the walls in like Pinocchio Village House,
Yeah.
or seeing the little things that, you know, there are a lot of core memory things for my daughters that don't even involve the rides.
Mhm.
And they're just like seeing Orange Bird on the side of Sunshine Tree Terrace, or just be able to sit and enjoy, and, you know, seeing the piano player at Casey's.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to see. And if you're rushing, you're going to miss it. And you're going to miss them.
Yeah.
seeing it, you know? And so I highly recommend trying to fight the urge to rush through and see as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't force. Try to go at their pace.
Yep.
Don't force anything, because if you do, you're, toddlers especially like to fight back. So
They do.
they
They're
just
You
feisty
don't
little
say.
people.
they just do.
Yeah.
So definitely don't force an experience. If they're not into it, pivot. You have to be flexible when you're in children. You just, because that's how you're going to have a more enjoyable experience. If you are not trying to pigeonhole them, if you're like, they have to meet Mickey, they have to meet Cinderella. If they are having a meltdown at that moment, we'll come back. Don't pivot.
Yeah.
That's wise advice, because I think that's very possibly why you do see meltdowns, and I would say in the Magic Kingdom more so than any other one. There was there, especially Brady and I joke about like the 3:00 meltdown, because we'll see it happening. And the one time he's like, "You're in Disney. What could be wrong?" He's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with me?"
I will always walk by children and be like, there's no crying in Disney.
There's no crying in Disney.
There's no crying in Disney. We don't cry here. This is not,
But
this is not your happy phase. We have toxic positivity here. We're all happy all the time. But, and there are just going to be things that your kids don't enjoy. Like, there's just going to be things that just don't hit the mark for them.
That's all right.
I have the most hilarious pictures of her as a baby making faces and hearing the Jungle Cruise skipper's jokes. She was like, "Get me off of this thing." Now she just, but now she loves it. But I can't. Yeah, you just have to manage expectations, and it gets complicated when you have multiple ages.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
But I always, like, multiple ages and multiple children, I always have people pick their top 3 and then alternate.
Okay.
We
That's
alternate. Good. We talk it up real big. And we also go through, look at snacks, because I let my girls pick out a special snack because they're all into the Disney foodie scene. And
Smart.
yeah, absolutely. We went one day and I was like, we haven't touched a ride and we're ready to go home. All we've done is eat. Nobody was complaining.
Hey,
But I let
I'm not
them pick
mad.
a snack, and sometimes it's or a treat, and sometimes it's not in the same place. Like sometimes
Yeah.
it's, as they've gotten older, I have more flexibility with that. But
Sure.
but also make sure if you have a baby or a toddler to go to the baby care centers. There's
I'm so
one
glad you brought
in
this up.
every single park. And I always used to think when I had 2 in diapers, like, oh, it's fine. I'll just change them here. Mothers, do yourself a favor, and fathers, do yourself a favor. Go to the baby care centers. They are quiet. They are spacious. There's areas to nurse. There's rocking chairs. There's large padded changing tables. There's supplies. Let's say you get your kid gets a awful heat diaper rash, as Paige was known to do.
yeah.
And
So
you're all of a sudden in the park and you're do not worry. The baby care center at Magic Kingdom is right next to Crystal Palace. And it's huge and it's beautiful and it's spacious. And I wish I could still go in there and take a break with my children. It's a very calm space.
It's air conditioned. I know I keep bringing that up, but
it's so important.
That's a selling point, okay?
It's so important.
Yeah.
So important.
And you know what? I will say the other thing that I recommend to clients who might be like, well, I don't know, like, I don't want to it's a short trip. I don't want to take too much time out of my day for like dining. Like, I know they can meet the characters, but et cetera. I'm like, that air conditioned time is going to be like key for keeping going. Like, if you're not wanting to go back, it is. So I do encourage that.
Yeah.
And I don't even have kids.
Like when you're at Disney, I don't think you realize, like, if you're not drinking water, if you're running around, like, you don't realize, especially if you're not from Florida or you don't come here often, how much heat takes out of your body. Like, you need to take those breaks for yourself and for your children, because if you're hot and dehydrated, they're 10 times more hot and more dehydrated. And that's scary and dangerous. So you need to take breaks. You need to rest. You need to pivot.
That's right.
And I think that, if you don't take those breaks and you don't take those pauses, let's say you have full days planned, which I do not recommend. People, please stop booking full 1 day tickets, 1 day base tickets, which is 1 park per day. I have people that say like, well, we're going to be there 4 days, so we're going to do 4 base tickets. We have a toddler. No, you're not. That is not how that's going to go. I haven't had one client who's tried to do that where I've advised against it, and they call me and say, can we get a refund for the ticket tomorrow? It's like, we're just not going to make it. Yeah, I know. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, you have to come back, stay on property. I know we talk about, and this is not just because, of a selling point or we get something out of it. Like, we are professionals and we do this because we know. We know that in the summertime, you stay at the beach club and you walk around Epcot all day, do half of World Showcase, walk out the back of it.
Yes.
Go to beach club, hang out by the pool, moms, dads. The bar is amazing. The pool that's my favorite. That's another tip. That is my favorite pool for toddlers because because when you're holding a child all day and you just want to put a child down, that's really hard to do, to relax by a pool. But at beach club, you can do that because it is knee level and you can walk. Kids can walk, and there's a whole area where they can walk on their own, and it's sandy. And he's the problem. And you can.
Hey, carrot cake.
Yeah, this is my circus. But there's a whole area where toddlers and small children can walk, and you can really sit there. There's sand pails, they can play, and you can really sit there and enjoy. Here's my other tip with kids. I have so many. Here's my other tip with kids. Night swimming. Do your swimming in the evening. Grab a pizza on the if you're a beach club, because we love beach club. Do a pizza on the boardwalk. Watch the fireworks at night. Do night swimming.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do kite swimming. Do Typhoon Lagoon. If you have small children, even if you think they're too little, do Typhoon Lagoon glow nights. You don't have to worry about sunscreen. You don't have to worry about and the rides that are open, like Lazy River and all that, that's the ones that we're going to want to do anyway.
Nice.
Yeah. See some special
Great
characters.
tips.
Do some night things. Have them sleep all day. Do some night things. Now, obviously, you can't do this with babies and toddlers.
Right.
But as your kids get a little older and they're that in between age, like mine, you know, like 6 and 7, that it's do these things at night in the summertime. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Also, upgrade to a theme park view room, because you can come home if you're a stickler for routine. You can come back to your resort, get the kids in a bath, get their pajamas on, and lay on the bed and watch the fireworks.
See, this is brilliant.
And guess who's not waiting in line for the monorail at the end of the night?
Mm-hmm.
Still seeing the fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because those lines get crazy.
Yes, they do.
Talk about meltdowns. That's what I want to do.
Oh, exactly. Like,
like adult meltdown.
when after the fireworks, when everyone is coming this way, my husband and I go that way. We're like, nope, like we will just walk around. We don't even have to ride anything. We're like, just, you guys do. You get on the monorail. We'll come back later. Like,
yep. Brady and I literally did that.
I mean, like it's an uphill battle, but we will not get in line for the monorail right after the fireworks.
Nope. No, it is too. You need to wait till that dies right down.
Oh.
No, and people don't know that either. People think that as soon as the people start hoarding out of the Magic Kingdom, that you also have to.
Yeah.
No,
you don't.
Chill. It's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And Magic Kingdom is so beautiful at night. Like,
it's gorgeous.
It's so good.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Do a lot of things in the early morning.
Yep.
And in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go to Chef Mickey's for dinner.
Yeah.
Go to Chef Mickey's for dinner. Hop on the monorail. Go over to Prairie. Come back. Or Ohana.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just took kids this weekend. We took our kids to Cape May. They loved it. Like it was so easy to get to, and it was delicious. And it was such I felt like it was the best character breakfast I'd ever been to.
I think the characters there are the best.
They are.
I agree.
Haven't done top character breakfast. That's what we.
That one's really great though too.
That's what we were trying to get, but
that one's really good.
Forgot to make a reservation and 60 days out. So, so I was like, I've already marked it down in my calendar for next year because every Wednesday, that's what we do for our kids. We take them to a character meal. That's
how cute.
So yeah, they loved it, and my toddler, who got a little character stranger danger about a year and a half ago at her last character meal, was totally over it at 2.5. And I was so happy. Oh, thank God. Like, you're an Orlando kid. You literally live 6 minutes off of property. You're going to have to get over this. Of many ways. But she did great. She was so happy. Like, the characters came by twice, which I thought was amazing.
That's nice.
Characters all come back. So that made my 7-year-old super happy because she's obsessed with Daisy. But I just feel like that's a character breakfast like people don't talk about as much. Like
it's true
about Chef Mickey's and Crystal Palace. So like it's a really great option. They had a lot of like toddler options. Like they had obviously the Mickey waffles, but they had the chip pancakes, and that's what my kids eat. So I thought that was I hadn't seen that at any other character.
Yeah,
and that's also. You know, people will look at the price of a character meal and everything. The food is really good, number one. And number two, you get to meet like 4 or 5 characters that guess what you're not standing in line for when you get to the parks.
Yeah. And under
all right there.
That's right. Under 3 is free. They just eat off your plate.
Yeah.
So
I didn't pay for my 2.5-year-old. Which is great because she ate strawberries. Like that's all,
right.
Like, that's all she ate. I didn't pay $37 for strawberries, so that was much appreciated. But yeah, if you have kids under 3, just like park tickets, the character meals are free.
Yep.
Which is great tip.
Yeah,
great guys. This has been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Emily. And then
and I've seen recently a lot of it's very Instagram trending right now where they say when people are saying it's hard traveling with children, it's hard having them at home too. But like
Ooh,
So
But you have to do
good.
your own laundry, cook your own food, and do dishes at home. So
yeah.
so that's the thing. It's like, yes, it's difficult going to Target with your children. It's not enjoyable. My children saw the inside of a grocery store for the first time probably since Paige was born the other day. It was a whole magical experience at Aldi because Instacart came around and I wasn't touching that with a 10-foot pole. So
Yeah.
they're like, we're going in. I was like, we're going in. We're going in. Yes, we're going in. Like inside. Like just inside. And I felt like a terrible parent. But then I also was like, I have 5 daughters. I'm okay with them not knowing what the inside of a grocery store looks like, but probably now's the time. But like, it's difficult taking your children out, and it can be very overwhelming. And Disney, there's a lot of moving parts to it, which is number one, why you need a travel agent. If you have children, you definitely need a travel agent to go to Disney. Do not believe everything you read on the internet. Things change every single day. Policies change every single day. And I know we know which ones you got to fold the stroller up on. We know which ones you can take the stroller and push them to. Like, here, take a nap through this one, but you got to park outside the land before you even go in. So,
Yeah.
there are nuances that people don't know, but it's very doable. And when people message me and they're like, well, I guess I got to take the kids to Disney, I'm like, and you can have fun too.
Yeah.
Like, you can enjoy it too. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it's true. And there are so many people who will come and think, I'm going to hate this experience. I'm going to hate this experience, who then go year after year because it is that, Walt's vision of having a place where parents can enjoy it with their kids. Just might
And
have
there's
to strategize a little bit.
like seeing your child see their favorite character.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
best. Oh my gosh.
It's the best. It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, I mean, on that note, I think that is perfect. Listen, call these ladies. If you have toddlers, they will totally get you through. So let's talk about where they can find you and follow their adventures in the parks, because they're both in the parks all the time. Like, I love following them. So Emily, why don't you go ahead and go first?
So you can find me at Emily at Upon a Star Travel is my email. You can find me at Upon a Star Emily on Facebook, and same with Insta. And you can also follow my adventures on Bluebird Gifting Company, where I go to every resort and decorate rooms and do baskets, and it's super fun. And so I got all the ins and outs of all the resorts on the daily also.
Yeah, perfect. And there it is, Bluebird Gifting Co. And Jess, how about you?
You can email me at jessicaL@uponastartravel.com, or you can follow along on my adventures at Little Levine Ladies on Instagram.
Yep. And of course, find me at Upon a Star Jenn. I always post better content when I'm actually traveling, because otherwise I'm just sitting here. What you see, this is not as interesting. But you can follow us at all of our adventures, uponastartravel.com. We're at Upon a Star Travel. Next week, trust me, you want to follow the Upon a Star team. It is going to be epically hilarious. And
There is.
talk about strategy. We have our own little adventure coming up with not all of our team, but probably about half of our team.
Yeah.
We'll be together next weekend for the Princess 5K, as well as some very fun team activities on Saturday. So, yes.
Team. Oh, we're not supposed to announce our names yet. Anyway, team Blue.
Yeah, we're the blue
Team
team.
Blue.
No, I'm the green team. Ooh. So, well, for all of us here at Upon a Star Travel, we are here to help you discover that whole new world of travel, even with your toddlers. And so, yeah, thanks for joining us, and join us again next week. I can't remember off the top of my head what the topic is, but it'll be fun. So we'll see you real soon, guys.
Bye.